welcome back, everybody. It's time once again to meet our community, the Hispanic business community here in Orange County. Powered by the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and Orange County's only community radio station, OC Talk Radio, streaming live from our studios here at the University of California, Irvine's Beale Applied Innovation Center. And today, I don't know if John's as much of a big film buff as I am, but this is quite a story you're going to tell. What do you think, John?
Yes, thank you all for tuning in again to our community podcast show powered by the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, John Gutierrez, Senior Vice President here. We have another special show for you guys all today. We're going to go into speaking about the Newport Beach Film Festival, which is a great event I've been a part of for years. It's a lot of fun, and we have some special guests with us today, Mr. Gregg Schwenk.
Schwenk, yep.
I just want to make sure I say that right. CEO and Executive Director. We also have Stephanie Pichardo.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Hi.
I said that right. And founder and CEO of InBiz, co-founder of US-Mexico Solutions. And before we move forward, folks, I just want to thank our sponsors for the day, Farmers Merchant Bank. Today's Hispanic Heritage Month, of course. Podcast is being brought to you by our friends at Farmers and Merchant Bank, which is 116 years. The only merge we've had was combining one century with another. Here today, here tomorrow. Think safe. Think Farmers Merchant Bank. So thank you again, Farmers Merchant Bank, for always supporting our podcast show and everything we do here at the Chamber. Greg, and of course, Stephanie, thank you for being with us today on the show.
Well, thank
We're
you.
excited to
Sure.
have you guys because I think it's important that our community learns more about the Newport Beach Film Festival and not only, of course, the history of it, but also all the fun stuff that happens at this event. So why don't we go into a little bit of the history, if you don't mind sharing a little bit about that?
Sure. And first and foremost, I want to thank you and Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, not only for having us out today, but for all the amazing things that the Chamber does throughout our county. And again, it's truly amazing and a great partnership, so thank you. So again, I'm the co-founder and CEO of the festival, along with Todd Corderero. 24 years ago, we felt that Orange County, especially Newport Beach, but Orange County, needed to have a presence in the festival world. And I was fortunate enough earlier in life to go out to a number of festivals around the United States and really said, look, if they're able to do these things in locations that don't have the natural and man-made amenities that we have here in Orange County, I think we can do a pretty good job with this. So we're able to bring together the natural allies again with the festival, bringing in the City of Newport Beach and the City Council of Newport Beach.
Shout out to Newport Beach.
There you
Woo!
go. Along with the Orange County Film Commission, along with the programs both at Chapman, UCI, and Cal State Fullerton that are leading edge film production and film promotion.
Many of our partners at our chamber here.
Yeah,
many of those. So there's a great partnership with everybody. Good synergy.
No, yes, and it's very much what the festival is all about, is bringing people together. And so we were able to bring that together, and we hosted our first festival 24 years ago. And we were traditionally a festival in the spring, really taking advantage of the springtime here in Orange County, and being able to work with our major hotel partners and resort partners, and for 20 years worked out very well. Then, like many businesses, when COVID hit, it hit us very hard in that we were, again, traditionally in the spring, so early April 2020 was when the festival was going to go live, and everything was shut down mid-March.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yep.
That's tough. Yeah.
And it was hard is that we'd printed our programs. We had all this collateral material done. We had all of the sunk costs for the business had already gone through. Is one of those things where we, even with very generous grants and support from even the county, Supervisor Foley has been very helpful with us, and we very much appreciate her support, as well as other statewide and national grants. We're still in a very deep hole with that. What we had to do is pivot, and our 2020 we went virtual and did a drive-in. 2021 we kept punting the festival because they kept shutting down the state. So we finally said, what's the latest that we could go and still have a festival? And that was October. And so we said, look, let's try, see how it goes, and then move from there. It worked out exceptionally well. So the only positive thing to come out of COVID for us was the idea of moving to the fall. And just to kind of give you a little bit of background.
So by default, it turned out to be a good thing.
It did. in the world of festivals, the springtime or entertainment overall, the springtime is dominated by television and the Emmys, and the fall is dominated by the campaigns for Academy Awards. So we were working in counter purposes in the spring, if you're looking for those types of films. Now with the fall, we have an extremely large Guild and Academy presence outside of LA. I was told by another trade paper that's Orange County and the associated metro area is the largest concentration of Guild and Academy members outside of LA and New York. And many of the people in LA have homes down here anyway. So it's an untapped resource that we've really been able to tap into that now can be marshaled to assist in those, what are called FYC campaigns, for your consideration campaigns for major studios. And that's, this allows us to bring in award-winning films, major titles. Last year, if you look at the Newport Beach Film Festival, of the 5 films that were nominated for Best International Feature, 3 of them made major premieres with us, including the ultimate winner, All Quiet on the Western Front. Our work with the Irish government is very substantial. It allows us to bring in the largest contingent of Irish film in North America, bigger than the Boston Irish Film Festival.
Really? Wow.
There are a lot of Irish in Boston.
That's interesting.
And their film, The Quiet.
Look at Paul. Paul's pointing at himself. He's like, I'm Irish.
I'm Irish. I want to go. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Last year, the film The Quiet Girl, we were the U.S. premiere for that. It went on for the first time in the history of the Republic of Ireland to be nominated for an Oscar.
Wow. That's awesome.
And about 21 years ago, I started having the great honor and privilege to be an adjunct faculty at Cal State Fullerton. And when I sat down with Dr. Cindy King, who was leading a lot of innovation and ideas of how we could bring together the entertainment community, the educational community, and something like the film festival, asked if I could put together a plan for a class. And so I began looking at what I would want to be taking if I were back in college, and really moving from theory into practical application. Still a bit of theory and a bit of reading, but really taking all the accumulated knowledge for these students. Most of them are in their last semester at Fullerton, and really being able to say, look, this is where you can shine. This is where you can take all of that theory, all of those thoughts you've had about this is how I'd want to do it if I were doing it, and put it into practice. So I've got 10 different teams that represent the 10 different countries that we work with for our international spotlights. And I really teach them not necessarily how to organize and build events and market within those communities, which is very important, but taking that methodology and applying it across a number of different industries and in different genres and different applications. So the kids really get to be hands-on, building out media plans, working on social media marketing across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, working on building partnerships and alliances with major community organizations. And with my team for our Mexican Spotlight years ago, that's how I found out about the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Is they educated
That's us.
me.
Yes.
There you go.
The OCHCC.
And that's what we really are proud of, is that through this amazing program at Fullerton, being able to connect the film festival to organizations and groups that impact that community, and impact our community overall, but especially within their specific community, are the ones that they're the leaders. They're the ones that, if nothing else, they are the conduit for ideas, innovation, change, impact, all of that. And those are the types of things that we try to do with our partnerships in this class and at the festival.
Well, thank you first and foremost for, extending that partnership, that invitation for us to support and be a part of it, because I think, bridging those gaps is such a key thing. That's one of the things that, as Hispanic Heritage Month, has kicked off. I've probably been to 10 events in the last couple of days. That's like the common theme, right? Is bridging the gaps between different, industries, cultures, bridging the gap. So the fact that you extended that invitation to us, and now we've been involved in somewhat of a partnership in the community.
Yep.
I know I've been to it the last couple of years, and it's been a blast. I've had a good time. I mean, I want to remember a few years back. I don't know if you had, was it Mariachi Divas?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Right? Yeah. And that's where I met Cindy.
Yep.
Shea. In fact, my wife was with me that day. We sat down, we talked to her. Since then, we've become good friends.
Uh-huh.
She's played at numerous charity events of ours. She was on our podcast show recently.
Wonderful.
Wow.
She's been to our home, and I met her there.
Yeah.
I met her at your event. So for those listening, you never know who you're going to meet
Totally. Yeah.
if you don't get out there and attend some of these events.
Well, I can tell you, and Mariachi Diva is amazing. They will be playing with us this year.
Mariachi Divas.
Woo!
Let's go.
And because of our involvement with them, they actually played at my wedding.
What?
There you go. You see?
That's
You
crazy.
never
Yes.
know where these things come from,
Yes.
and
Wow.
and again, the
But
friendships.
mariachi brings that just something
The warmth,
about
the
warmth,
culture.
that culture,
Totally.
right?
Yeah.
Which, if you don't mind me, connecting the dots here.
Sure.
That's where you all got connected through the Mexican Council, if
That is
I'm
correct.
Sure.
Yes.
So, the Mexican Consulate has been very active in working with us and building this program. And I said, we want to take it to the next level. And to your point, and you're going to hear this over and over again in the conversation today, is the idea of inclusiveness and being able to be part of it. While it is a luxurious and wonderful event, it's not exclusive. It is something that we want to bring.
Everyone can come.
That is correct.
Everybody's
Yeah.
invited. Okay, guys? Newport Beach Film Festival, right?
Correct.
That is something we have to get the word out.
Right.
Because I know to your point earlier, you're saying some people felt like you have to be exclusively invited. It's
Totally.
like and it's not. Even though it's very nice.
Yes.
There's red carpets.
Yep.
There's a lot of photographers.
Yep.
It's a really cool event. You definitely want to come out, dress nice. It gets packed. There's a lot of people.
Yep.
It's a great opportunity to network, I think, not just entertainment.
Most certainly.
A lot of fun drinks, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
And the fun entertainment. But I also think, like to your point earlier, you're bringing to the forefront a lot of those great, film producers, actors, right?
Yes.
I know you're going to have some key people this time around.
And that brings me to Stephanie and her team. The consulate agreed that we should really elevate the Mexican spotlight even above where we've been. And I think this year is going to be an amazing year. And I'll let Stephanie kind of talk about
Sure.
that relationship.
Tell us
Thank
about
you,
that,
Greg.
Stephanie.
Thank you, John.
Yes.
I just want to start off by saying I'm so excited to be here. I'm so happy that the consulate connected me with Greg. I've actually been attending personally the festival for probably like 10 years. I was always invited by
Since you were
Todos
2 years
magazine.
old. Since you were 2 years old.
Thank you. But Para Todos magazine, who we know, they would always invite me. And that's what I told Greg. I said, to be honest, I thought you had to be invited to go. I always thought it was a very exclusive kind of invite only, who you know kind of situation. And it's not. And that's one of the main things that we want to get across, especially to our Hispanic businesses and community, that it's not invite only. There are tickets available and anyone and everyone is welcome. We're actually going to be sharing a code with the chamber. So stay tuned for their code on their stories for a discount on how to purchase tickets. But we're super excited. And that's one of the main things we want to highlight. So we're extending the invitation to everyone listening to join us. The Latino night is on the 18th. It's going to be amazing. We've been working so hard on this for several weeks. And I'm really excited, to be
Real
honest.
quick, I just want to point out, Para Todos magazine is a long time, partner of ours at the chamber. Sylvia Ichar is
Totally.
one of our board members. Just a strong partnership between us and their magazine. And I know they've been involved, right,
Most
with
certainly.
you all
Sure.
in this.
Sylvia's amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sylvia's amazing.
Shout out to them.
Sylvia. Which
And
I
Francis.
know
Yes.
Francis and of course their team know your mother. That's
Sure.
how I met a lot of them and your mother. And
Sure.
so shout out to your mom, of course. And we're all connected somehow, right?
Totally.
That's how we're out here at the podcast talking about this because again, it's important that everybody understands. So October 12th to the 19th, right, is the whole Newport Beach Film Festival.
That's correct.
The Latino night is on the 18th.
Yes.
We want you to come out and support all of the event, not just that night. Any night, all of the nights. But of course, we're promoting tonight the 18th because it is Hispanic Heritage Month, and yes, we're going to be talking about free tickets later, right? That we're
Yes.
going to be promoting. If you post and you tag the Newport Beach Festival Instagram, which is Newport Beach Fest, F-E-S-T. If you go to that Instagram and you post and you tag, of course, the Newport Beach Fest, that you are watching the show, we are gonna raffle off some tickets,
A pair of tickets.
free tickets to someone to come out. Which I will tell you guys, it's something that if you can't make it, make sure somebody goes in your
Yeah.
family because it's a lot of fun. Let's talk a little bit about.
And
like,
sorry, it includes the after party too.
Oh,
So that's fun.
the after party. Wow,
Yeah.
can you talk a little bit about?
Yeah.
I've been to the after party. What? It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun.
Well, let's start maybe with
Sure.
the film and
Sure.
and all of that. And
Okay,
I think
let's go
So-
to the film.
We have exciting news. Most of you know who he is, especially the Latino community, but this year we're so excited to announce that Eugenio Derbez will be joining us that night. It's his film, and it's called Radical. We're very excited to have him for the Latino Spotlight Night, so I think that's huge.
Yeah, he's a huge
Yeah.
actor.
We
right?
love
Yes.
him. He's the
I mean,
best.
he's
Super funny.
super funny.
Super great.
Yeah. In fact, he's done a lot of stuff in English.
Yeah,
Yes.
Not
no,
just
totally.
in Spanish. So
Totally.
for those of you, I think he did a movie with, isn't it Kevin Hart or something? He was in a movie with him.
He's done a
recently?
ton of
Yes.
things. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's not only legendary for in front of the camera, behind the camera now. He's
Really?
producing. I think he's also
Which
doing
probably
some,
a lot of people don't know that, right?
Yeah.
That he's so
Right.
behind the camera too.
and he's just again someone who is incredibly dynamic in the industry. The film had its premiere at Sundance, where it won an audience award, and now we're the Southern California premiere for the film.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
awesome.
No, we're
Amazing.
very proud.
Yeah.
And-
Yes.
And he's actually flying up from Mexico City. They're actually they're premiering the film in Mexico City the 2 days before, and he actually is coming up specially just to be with us for the premiere here in Southern California.
I'm excited to meet him.
We're so excited.
I better get a VIP ticket. I
There
wanna
you
meet him.
go.
And somebody wanted to tweet in. What's the name of the film again?
It's called Radical.
Radical.
It's about a very progressive teacher in Mexico trying to change the lives of young students.
Oh, nice. Well, anything he has his hands on is going to be good. It's going to
Yeah.
be funny. It's going to be well produced, right? I mean, he has such a long, rich history. I remember him just like as I was growing up in many other films, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just, I mean, his career has just,
Familia Peluche.
yes.
Everyone knows that, I'm sure.
I don't know if people knew that show,
Yeah.
but it's a very famous show that I think my dad, my mom, my family would always watch on TV on Spanish, and you would be cracking up, you know. And so to see him evolve into like modern like films and just not just on these shows
Totally.
on TV, right? It's
Yeah.
you know, kudos to him, of course. So if you want to go into a little bit more, can we go into a little bit like what all the days entail, if you don't mind?
Well, I want to focus a little bit on the Mexican Spotlight.
Sure.
So on the 18th, as you point out, there's a red carpet. It is very much like what you see on TV, so you can
Okay.
be part of that. You can take photos of everyone on the red carpet. It's again, we have a press section. We also have a section for people to make, everyone that comes out to the festival is a VIP and a celebrity in our mind. And then we have the screening, and that takes place at 7 p.m. At Starlight Cinemas there at the Triangle. And then immediately following that, we'll have a Q&A. We'll have an introduction and also a Q&A. And then after that, we have our after party celebration, and that takes place at Time Nightclub right there in the same facility. So, no charge for parking. You don't get back in your car and drive anywhere else. Once you get in and you start watching the movie, you just come right downstairs to Time Nightclub, and we've got an amazing celebration. And Stephanie and her team have done an incredible job to really engage and elevate our culinary offering for this year. So we've got some really cool stuff.
Paul has a question.
Somebody else tweeted in. So what's it cost and where to get tickets?
Sure. The easiest thing you can do to get tickets is log on to newportbeachfilmfest.com. Again, newportbeachfilmfest.com. And once you go right into our homepage, you can see that takes you through all the different lineup that we have. We've got about almost 100 feature films and well over 230 short films. We are now the largest entertainment event of our kind in coastal Southern California. Nothing in San Diego, Orange County, or even LA comes close to the size of the Newport Beach Film Festival.
That's amazing.
Yay.
No, it's
Yeah.
incredible. I mean, you look at it, you think Hollywood's going to have the big festivals, and Newport's now almost 3 times the size of what we think of a major festival in LA. We had 48,000 people attend last year.
Oh my God.
We're not back to our pre-COVID of almost 60, but we're working on that. And again, one of the big things I talk to people about is next year is our 25th anniversary. So we're really looking to build partnerships and build our audience as we grow into to next year. But for anyone looking to get tickets, it's NewportBeachFilmFest.com. Back to the inclusion and making sure people can afford to come out to something like this. I've been lucky enough to go to festivals around the world, and they're very pricey. It definitely is something where people feel like you're going to have to spend a ton. Newport, for our Mexican spotlight, you get the red carpet, you get the screening, the Q&A, the after party with signature tastings from award-winning restaurants from throughout Orange County, DJ, mariachi divas, and other entertainment, and hosted bar by Tito's Handmade Vodka, our handcrafted vodka, the official vodka of the Newport Beach Film Festival.
There you go. You got to plug in the sponsors.
There you go.
I know in previous years you've had my buddy DJ Bebo, who's part
Yes.
of our chamber.
Yes.
And we've had a blast, like down there dancing.
It is so much fun.
It's just, I love
He's
that
amazing.
whole, what is it, a club, right? Is it?
It's a club.
Yes.
And so for all of that, from the red carpet all the way to the end of the evening, it's $50.
That's it?
That's it.
It's insane.
$50. Come on, folks.
Yeah.
You spend more, like 3 times that amount on groceries right now.
Or at
You got that.
dinner.
Or on parking.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
right?
spend $50. Like, I
So
had to go
here
to
you're
the-
going to get it all. There's going to be
Yeah.
some food in there, some entertainment, dancing, networking, which many of our listeners enjoy going to
Sure.
network. And you're going to have a good time.
Yes. And again, that's for us. We wanted to make sure that people felt like they walked away going, that was a great deal. Every year, everyone comes up and says, this is amazing. This is, again, truly, you've spent 3 times that for other events that are not as nice.
Sure.
Wow.
And so we really want people to walk away going, the Newport Beach Film Festival is an event of substance, it's an event of quality, and it's an event of inclusion. And we want to celebrate all of those things.
Paul has a question.
Okay, one more then. People are still confused, so they can go to your website, NewportBeachFilmFest.com,
.com.
and they can, for $50, get this whole package, the festival, the party afterwards. What else includes the red carpet? The whole
Sure. So we have, as Joan's pointing out, we have events and activities every day of the festival. We take over 10 screens throughout.
This is 7 days, of course, right?
Correct. Yes.
7
of-
days, just
of
so everybody
screens.
knows that. Okay.
And so we've got films starting at 11 in the morning, going to 11 at night.
Wow.
And one of our days is we celebrate a Mexican film and highlight the people with that. And that is to celebrate all the other Hispanic and Spanish films within the festival.
That's great.
So we pick one to kind of first among equals, if you will.
Yes.
And then that evening we have that great celebration. So to come out to see the red carpet, to see the film Radical, and then to go to the post party, it's a $50 ticket. So if you go on our website, you scroll down, you start looking at international spotlights, you click on that, and it'll pull up all the different international spotlights we have. You click on the Mexican spotlight, which says Radical, and it'll take you right to buy a ticket, and it's one ticket. You're not going to be charged anything more for anything else that's there that night.
And one lucky group, if they go to your Instagram, can
Yes.
win a pair of tickets. By doing what? They go to your Instagram and they simply
Post
tag-
the story, tag the festival, and you'll get a free pair of tickets.
Yeah, like you could even snap a photo if you're watching the show right now on YouTube or something.
Say, I saw you guys, I
Yes,
want them.
snap a photo and just post something. You can go to the Newport Beach Fest Instagram, grab maybe one of the videos there. There's a lot of great
Yeah,
videos
like
there.
repost a reel
Yeah, and just
or-
repost the reel.
Yeah.
Just tag that you are watching us and listening to us on
So
the
does,
podcast show.
but not everybody gets that. Just like
the
one
first
person.
one.
No.
First
We're
one.
we're gonna. You know what? If we get a lot of names, maybe we'll do like a little raffle or something, right?
We can do
We'll
that
figure
too.
that out.
Yeah.
But the whole point is, we want you to spread the word. We want you to
Yes.
let people know. That's the whole point of why we're doing this. Promotion. This podcast show, of course, is Latino Night is the 18th. Okay, even though October 12th through the 19th is the whole festival.
That's
It's
correct.
important people understand that because you can come on at any of those days, right? I mean, come out and support just in general. For whatever reason, if you're busy Latino night, the 18th, it's okay. Come out to one of the other days, right?
Yes.
Now, let me ask you this. Does every night have like an after party or is there only
Yes.
certain nights? Every night has like an after party?
Well, for example, our opening night,
Okay.
we just announced that we're doing the North American premiere of Absence of Eden.
Okay.
It's with Zoe Saldana. It just premiered in Italy, and we're the second screening of the film. We're very proud of the film. Very excited to have her. Her husband, Marco, is the director of the film.
Okay.
Very, very moving film. great independent drama.
That's opening night.
Opening night, big
The
Newport,
12th.
The 12th.
Okay, that's another great night maybe to come out, right?
Well, that's one of our even bigger.
That's the kickoff of it.
That is, and that kicks off the whole festival. So we're celebrating all the films at the festival. That's the after event for that. We've outgrown every ballroom in Newport Beach. That's 2,000 people.
Wow.
25 of the top restaurants doing signature tastings as well. We have
Is that done indoors or outdoors?
outdoors in the
I
middle-
remember that. That
Yep.
was outdoors, right?
in
It's a-
Fashion Island.
Fashion Island.
Yes, I
Yes.
remember that. I went to that. Tons of people.
Yes.
It was really cool. I remember one year you had a tequila sponsor.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm allowed to mention the
You
name of
remember
it.
that?
But it was really cool because everybody was around it, and it was made out of like a whole ice sculpture,
Yeah.
right? You remember
Yep.
that, right?
Yep.
So
We've got this year we have Mahinta is
Okay.
our tequila sponsor.
nice.
And they're definitely going to be activating and engaging. The Macallan is our whiskey.
Oh, Macallan, good whiskey.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law loves that stuff. Look at the Irishman
He's
over
like
there.
me too.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. He's like,
So, but and what's nice also is we also were able to bring in other performing arts organizations, both locally and regionally. Last year, for example, we did we celebrated the Broadway cast from Moulin Rouge gave a private performance before
Wow.
they launched
Nice.
at the Segerstrom Center for the Performing Arts. So we always are trying to bring in different partners to elevate and engage with our audience, and that's opening night on the 12th. We've got, again, tons of films on Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday evening, we have our Irish Showcase. It's 3 major premiere films. We've got a film called Woken, making its world premiere. Double Blind is another one from
Paul
Ireland.
wants VIP for that day.
I
know.
want to go to. I am so Irish. I gotta
Irish.
go.
Yeah, I'm so Irish.
Drink
And then-
some of that Macallan.
There
We
you
got
go.
you. Don't worry.
And then we're actually going to be celebrating the 30th anniversary of In the Name of the Father.
Great film.
Yeah, amazing film. And Jim Sheridan's coming out. He's the director of the film, flying out from Dublin, and will be spending a bit of time with us at the festival. And then that party is over at Muldoon's Irish Pub, right next door to the screenings.
Nice.
Hosted by Guinness, and it's a great evening as well. Really great celebration of Irish creativity and culture. Monday night is our Pacific Rim event. That's amazing films from China, Japan, Korea, Australia, and the Philippines and Vietnam. So it makes it one of the largest international showcases we have. That's also at Time Nightclub. And then on Tuesday, we have our European showcase. That is Italy, France, Germany, and Sweden. And again at Time Nightclub. But we've got events earlier, later, throughout the festival. And again, all of these are open, and they're all at price points. Opening night's a little pricey. I mean, again, it has to be only because of our sponsors and the partnerships that we
course.
build, and that's at $225.
Okay.
But again, includes everything. That you're not charged for anything else once you buy the ticket. You show up and have a great time, and then everything else is, I think, very reasonably priced. We've got an amazing dinner that we're doing. Susan Feniger, she is a award-winning chef. 2 hot tamales, the Border Grill.
Wow.
We are the West Coast premiere for her documentary. We're doing a wonderful dinner at the resort at Pelican Hill.
Whoa.
And she's doing it's a heavy appetizer. She's doing 5 major appetizers that kind of highlight different aspects of her cooking ability and
Nice.
culinary ability. And then for the people that want to after that, we'll be going over to the screening of her film at the Port Theater.
How do you do all this? Wow.
It's craziness.
The 12th through the 19th, folks. Newport Beach Festival. Latino Night will be the 18th. We're so glad that the Mexican consulate is involved. I think that's great. That just good synergy between those 2 organizations, and of course, we're going to do our best to get all of our members out there. You must come out and support Latino Night, the 18th. And again, don't forget, please go on the social media, the Newport Beach Fest, tag one of the videos, or just mention something to this, and we're going to be giving out a pair of tickets. And Latino Night, you said, is $50, right?
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows.
Yep.
And going off about what Greg said, I just wanted to, if I can, talk about the after party really quick.
Yeah, we have only a few minutes, so go ahead.
We are so excited.
yes.
So I want to squeeze this in. 4 restaurants. I can announce this now. It was a secret, but confirmed. We have really amazing restaurants, Orange County based, Latino owners, which
Okay.
is great. So we have confirmed Sol Agave for Mexican. We have Il Sole, Italian, amazing. calaveras. I'm sure a lot of you guys have gone to the Orange location. We have calaveras, and we have 2 chefs with us that night so far. Chef Laura, who's incredible, and Chef Chris, who's going to be handling our gourmet tacos and interactive ceviche experience, which will be amazing. And I don't want to give out too many of the details. We'll keep that a surprise, but we're really excited on the food. Yep. Pluma in downtown LA is our coffee, and we're going to see if we can get some like espresso martinis going on with Tito's. So a lot of fun stuff for food.
And we also added in Corazon Taste of Mexico. Have been longtime supporters of the festival and first time coming out for our Mexican spotlight, as well as Chef Martin Guerrero, which we're very excited and proud to have him on board for what he does within the community and supporting major organizations as well as the festival.
So you know what's clear to me? I'm going to have to clear my calendar.
That you'll be going.
Yes.
I'm going to have
Paul
to clear
has
my
officially
calendar.
said that he's going to clear his calendar. So what we're asking is all of you, listening, viewing, clear your calendars. Specifically on Latino Night, the 18th, of course. We want you to come out and support. Tickets are only $50 a night, and that includes everything. I mean, after party, there's some food there. I mean, the film. I mean, you name it. And the superstar.
Eugenio.
How do you say his last name?
Derbez.
Derbez. I want to make sure I don't say that wrong. I mean, he's a legend in our Hispanic community,
Totally.
right? So, the opportunity to be a part of all this for only $50, I think is just such a great opportunity. Again, we want to thank Gregg and Stephanie for being here with us. We really appreciate you all coming out and sharing with and the partnership. We really appreciate that with our Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Again, shout out to Para Todos Magazines, who's part of our chamber, who's been involved in this for some time. And we want to make sure that we also, as today's Hispanic Heritage Month podcast has been brought to you by our friends at Farmers and Merchants Bank. We want to thank them for all their support and again sponsoring us, because we really appreciate it. And of course, Paul Roberts, thank you so much for always being such a kind host.
You guys come up with the coolest stuff. I mean, I know this is around, but I've never been to the film festival because I thought it was kind of a invitation special event kind of thing. I've never been.
Now he's going to be there every night.
And now you know. Now you know. It's not by special invite, folks. Yes, there's red carpet. Yes, there's a lot of cameras. Why not go and experience that, right?
This is your special invitation,
there
right?
You go.
Yeah.
You have officially been invited.
Yes.
You have no excuse. Go find yourself something nice to wear and come out and taste and listen and watch and enjoy. And again, it's Hispanic Heritage Month. Why not celebrate with us at such a beautiful location in Newport Beach? It doesn't get any better than that. Thank you all for tuning in with us.
Thank you, John.
And
we're so excited.
We'll see you there.
For sure.
All right.
Thank
it away, Paul.
Well, there you have it. I'm excited. I'm hoping you are too. This is really cool stuff here, and you only get it by tuning in each and every time to meet our community, the Hispanic business community here in Orange County. Powered by the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and Orange County's only community radio station, OC Talk Radio, streaming live. Well, that week, I think we'll be streaming live from the whole festival. We're not going to be in studio. See you then.